Menon, the chairman and MD of Thomas Cook, joins us now to analyze what the next few quarters could look like. Madhavan, good morning and thanks for joining us. How's the travel season looking like now in the first half of FY18, and what kind of growth do you envisage?
Good morning, Sonia. Thank you for bringing me on CNBC. Let me mention that forward-looking, the bookings which we have gathered so far and continue to gather are looking strong. We've registered a growth of 14% over last year, the forward bookings over last year. On the foreign exchange side, we're seeing strong growth. In fact, this business has actually grown by 18% in the calendar year already, and my expectations is that the growth will continue. This is on the back of travel returning to normalcy, especially in the holiday business, and our expectation is that this will continue barring any unforeseen event that may take place somewhere in the world.
No, going by the number of holiday requests I'm getting from the team, yes, travel is. We're missing Anuj today here. Mr. Madhavan, if you can give us some, therefore, a dipstick of.
You need to take a holiday, Lata.
Yes, I'll
will be going very soon.
Okay. Well, what kind of bookings, passenger bookings, have you already seen for the current year? If you can give us, I know it's tough at this early in the year, but will FY18 passenger earnings grow in double digits? What is the number you are looking at?
So, Lata, the proxy that we normally use is forward bookings, and we are seeing a 14% growth in our bookings for the current year, which is being executed as we talk. We are also seeing our MICE business, which is the corporate incentives business, growing significantly. The only dampener in all this is the the business travel, because of the effect that some of the IT companies are witnessing currently. We are seeing a bit of a slowdown there, but I think that's more than compensated by the leisure business, both outbound as well as domestic, which are growing significantly. I also want to add a point that 20% of the package holidays that we sell today are online, and this is up from about 16% 6 months ago.
Okay. No, I take your point. I guess more video conferences are happening even across corporate India, so more leisure travel and less business travel. What's the debt in the Quest Corp business? And in fact, what will be the like-to-like growth in the ex-Quest Corp business?
So, the debt in the ex-Quest Corp business is very low. We have approximately 160 crores, which is reducing at the rate of about 40 crores per year. And this is long-term debt that we took a couple of years ago. Otherwise, we don't intend to add any debt this year. We are generating enough cash to take care of our requirements. In fact, if you look at both the Kony transaction that we did in 2015, as well as the latest transaction that we've done with Kony Holdings, these will all be financed from our internal accruals rather than adding any debt.
Okay. I had one question. I mean, nowadays you see a lot of deals being offered by various companies on, travel abroad, whether it's money off, 30,000, 15,000 off on certain destinations. People are giving free luggage. People are giving Samsung tablets. You guys have a mega prize of a car as well. How is this industry affording all of this? I mean, you're operating on wafer-thin margins anyway of hardly 2-3%. Do you think that will continue?
So, Sonia, I think, first of all, you need to look at the gross margin that we operate in the holiday business is around 12% in the outbound holiday business. Okay. If you amortize the cost of the car that we did, the gift that we provided, it was amortized adequately over a wide base. However, I agree with you. I can't understand how some of these businesses are able to provide the sort of free junkets that they are providing. If you look at our businesses, we do provide deals on a regular basis, and the latest one we're doing is a deal of the week. But these are, we have shareholders to worry about, so we do protect our margins, and our margins have remained steady. I must mention that.
Okay. And GST will perhaps mean, therefore, better things for you because more people will hopefully pay taxes.
Yeah, so I think the good news about GST in the rates announced so far, Lata, is that our rates remain unchanged, and therefore the concern of having a higher rate has not surfaced as yet. The foreign exchange business also remains largely unchanged by this. But having said that, I anticipate some troubles during the early months of the rollout, and that could impact earnings. I mean, especially if some of our vendors don't file their taxes and whatever else. But my expectation is that closer to the end of the year, things will settle down.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.